These are the butterflies of the bird world. And every single spring, these tiny little birds travel thousands of miles, risking everything, just for the chance to sing a song in your backyard. This is the warbler, a huge and incredibly diverse family of small, colorful songbirds. And for most of us in North America, they are like tiny, magical little jewels that just appear for a few months every year and then vanish. But they don't just appear out of nowhere. They are seasoned travelers. I'm going to show you where they come from, tell you about the incredible and extremely dangerous journey they have to take to get here, and explain why their arrival is the ultimate sign that spring has finally, truly arrived. First, let's just appreciate what a warbler is. In North America, we're mostly talking about wood-warblers, and they are famous for the absolutely stunning, brightly colored feathers that the males get during the spring breeding season. They are a rainbow of colors. You have the brilliant, pure yellow of the yellow warbler, the striking, zebra-like pattern of the black and white warbler, and the deep, rich blue of the black-throated blue warbler. They are a true feast for the eyes. And they are constantly busy. Warblers are primarily insect eaters. They spend almost all of their time flitting and hopping around in the branches of trees and shrubs, picking off thousands of caterpillars, spiders, aphids, and other insects. They are one of nature's most effective and most important forms of pest control for our forests. But that insect-only diet creates a huge problem. During the cold winters in North America, all of those insects disappear. So what does a tiny bird that weighs less than a Chopa battery and only eats bugs do to survive? The answer is they leave. Almost all of our warblers are what are called neotropical migrants. This is a fancy way of saying they get out of town and fly south for the winter. They spend their winters in the warm, sunny, and bug-filled forests of Mexico, Central America, South America, and the Caribbean islands. But in the spring, they feel the ancient urge to return north to their breeding grounds. And this is where they undertake one of the most incredible journeys in the entire animal kingdom. For many of them, this journey involves a flight of thousands of miles. And one of the most dangerous parts of this trip is having to cross the Gulf of Mexico. Every spring, millions of these tiny birds will arrive on the coast of Texas or Florida, having just completed a non-stop 600-mile flight over the open ocean. A flight that can take them up to 24 hours of continuous, frantic flapping. To even have a chance of making it, they have to double their body weight, packing on layers of fat that will act as their fuel for the journey. And the arrival of these tiny travelers is one of the greatest spectacles in all of nature. Sometimes, after a particularly long and difficult flight, especially if they run into a storm over the ocean, massive numbers of completely exhausted warblers will fall out of the sky at the very first piece of land they see. Coastal parks in places like Texas and Louisiana can be completely transformed overnight. One day there's nothing, and the next day, the trees are literally dripping with thousands of warblers from dozens of different species. These tiny, brilliantly colored birds are everywhere, desperately eating insects to refuel before they continue their journey north. This phenomenon is called a warbler wave, and it's one of the most exciting and colorful events that a birdwatcher can ever hope to see. It is the definition of the magic of spring migration. So the warbler is so much more than just another little brown bird. They are the beautiful, brightly colored butterflies of the bird world that act as our personal forest pest control. To survive, they must undertake an epic and dangerous migration to the tropics and back every single year. And their spectacular arrival on our shores every spring is the truest and most colorful sign that the long, cold winter is finally over. If you want to follow the epic journeys of more amazing migratory birds, make sure you subscribe.